Oh man, listen. Say man, I'm on my way to go do an interview with Sean Cotton from Say Cheese TV. Now, say man, shout out to my nigga Uncle Henny. Uncle Henny coming in from California, man. Real big on the Ice Cube, Dub C, Mac 10. You know, was part of introducing T.I. to the Face records and all of that, man. So shout out to Uncle Henny. Man, I met Uncle Henny last year when I brought King Baba Louie down to the city, man. So I met him over at the Doc Bookstore. Earlier part of this year, when I was kind of thrust into the celebrity spotlight, into being an internet sensation, Uncle Henny hit me up, right? And he dropped a jewel on me. He said, say, man, go get a podcast. You need to get a podcast. Well, I had a manager at the time who I had a lot of trust and faith and belief in. And so listening to my manager, he really didn't know what he was talking about or what he was doing. You know, he was talking about, man, a podcast ain't no money. Ain't no money in the podcast. Well, if you remember at the first part of the year, podcast really wasn't no big thing. So when I hit and broke in around about February, March, the coronavirus had hit. So now here it is, I'm trending, I'm a sensation all over the country. But my manager, he got old game, he got 1990 game. He didn't have a new game. Well, the new game is the podcast, right? So he telling me, so I got people at the beginning of the year calling me, say, man, let's do a podcast. Say, man, how much you'll charge? So everybody wanted to put me on the podcast, but I'm listening to my manager. He didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. But I'm just now seeing that now. So Uncle Henny hit me up the earlier part of the year and said, hey man, you need to do a podcast. I brushed him off listening to my manager. So now look at everybody who got a podcast. T.I., Mike Tyson, Dolly Parton, Gangster Chronicles, Steven Jackson, and everybody got podcasts now. Noriega, everybody got podcasts now, nigga. And guess what? Gilly the Kid, man. So the other day, I was on Gangster Chronicles, right? Gangster Chronicles is the top 5 podcasts in the country. Man, these guys get millions in advertisement sponsorships from their podcast. Get it? So nobody around here got the podcast game, right? That's why nobody's getting the sponsorships. All these other, so now I got Uncle Henny showing me, okay, man, we gonna set you up a podcast. This is how you get the sponsorship. What most people don't know, all the corporate sponsorships that's coming out of Hollywood and LA have come to Dallas, Texas. Their headquarters is based here. There's no reason why we shouldn't be getting funded from Toyota, Cowboys, In-N-Out, Chick-fil-A, but nobody around here knows how to do that, right? So now everybody got podcasts. And they get millions in sponsorships. Get it, a kid. And them. So I was on Gangster Chronicles with MC8 and some more other big name people the other day, right? So they put me on Gangster Chronicles, man. So some people from the entertainment industry, so they want me to fly to Atlanta, man, to go down there and get with a PR person. Man, this pop, man, don't nobody know nothing around here, homie. Everybody playing like they know something, thinking they bigger and better than what they really is, and they really don't know nothing, homie. There's no way with the platform that I have and the platform that many other people have around here that nobody has a podcast that's getting in corporate sponsorships. As long as they've been sitting around with these podcasts and internet, nobody know what they doing, homie. So the people from California are all coming here. Why you think all these media outlets are looking at our rappers? Why you think everybody is watching the Dallas-Fort Worth? Because this market makes people. Man, this is a market where all corporate sponsorships, corporations come here. So all of these major headquarters to move here. You can't shoot a video in California without the hood getting paid, without the ghetto, the Crips, the gang. Somebody black gets paid. Same with Atlanta. So if that's why Mac 10, Ice Cube, and Dub C put together the West Side Connection so they can stop making it about Crips and Bloods and they made it about California. So now you wonder why Nike makes tennis shoes that appeals to both Crips and Bloods. You wonder why the New York Yankees make red hats. You wonder why the LA Dodgers make red hats, right? Corporate sponsorships. You wonder why Nike appealed to gangsters, right? St. Ives, Old English 800. They was able to tap into the market. So here it is, you have people here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area showing us how to tap into these markets. Toyota, the Cowboy, the Rangers, V-Line, all, but nobody has this knowledge, right? So now they saying, man, you need a podcast. Well, man, I'm late now. I'm late. When I was doing the podcast, the people that was doing the podcast didn't know how to show me. They don't even know. So we just spinning our wheels doing this internet radio talk show stuff. We paying money to for what, man? We can't. They don't even know how to draw in the corporate sponsorships. So now I got people calling from all over. Deals, advertising, marketing. And I'm saying, God damn, man, why don't... So now I got to go learn this shit because don't nobody around here know it. So listening to my manager, he told me, man, don't do the podcast still. Man, now everybody got podcasts. Everybody, and these niggas getting paid. They're on Apple iTunes with their podcast. Y'all go check me out on Gangster Chronicles, man. Shout out to MC8, man, and the rest of them. Shout out to Uncle Henny, man, for putting me in the position and coming in and just sitting back watching how this shit unfold, man. He knew I would catch on. And I'm glad I didn't brush him off. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't brush him off, man. So, I'm hard-headed, but I'm teachable. I'm hard-headed, but I'm teachable. So, I got to get ready to fly to Atlanta, man, to go work with some real big-name people, man. So, I'll be in the likes of people that can put me on T.I.'s podcast. Because the people around, man, so I'm saying, okay, God, everybody hating on me, but they not getting in like me. So, okay, God, what God is trying to show me, nigga, I'm trying to work it through you. Because you go show everybody else and you go teach everybody else. So you just make sure your heart don't get hard and he go keep using me. See, I just got to focus on making sure that my heart don't get hardened and God go keep using me. So, man, hey, I'm on my way to go do one of the biggest motherfucking media outlets. Man, these niggas pay $10,000, $20,000 to get on Say Cheese TV. So now they trying to get me on Vlad TV. So now everybody says, hey, man, he needs to be on Vlad TV. Now they saying, hey, man, he needs to be on Gilly the Kid podcast. Now they saying, man, that dude need a Netflix series. So listen, I just want to remind y'all, Fort Worth, Texas, y'all didn't support me. I just want to remind, but it's okay. It's expected. That's how God got it set up for all prophets, for their hometown, not to welcome them. So it's okay, Fort Worth, Texas. I'm going to still do right by the kids. Now, y'all grown motherfucker, ain't no telling how I'm going to treat y'all, nigga, when I get on that big screen. Now, don't y'all go to talking about I was his friend. I'm going to tell you in a minute, you a goddamn lie. I'm going to tell you in a minute, you a goddamn lie. Y'all ain't supporting me, but say I got to go. You see how handsome I'm looking. You see how pretty I'm looking. Say, y'all make sure y'all get LaSharon Lampkin. Y'all see how this soap got me looking, don't you? You see how this soap, let me get, you see I might got to get in the sun and let y'all see how pretty this goddamn sun got a nigga skin. You see how, boy, look at that. Boy, look, say, I'm talking about got a nigga pretty in a motherfucker, Jack. Hey, I got to go, though, man. I'll get with y'all later. They waiting on me at Say Cheese TV. Say, nigga, I'm it. And ain't nothing y'all can do about it but get mad and hate on a player, nigga.